Hi, this is Ronald. I'm going to talk today a little bit about the existentials, just to kind of get started with the whole concept here. We're going to talk about existentialism and humanism, and then how it is that I see that the two of them can be merged together to create something a little more satisfying. But first, start with the existentialists. I've read a lot about it throughout college, and boy, I really definitely agreed with what they were really talking about. We had these German philosophers here, Heidegger and Schopenhauer and Nietzsche, and what they were saying about the individual was great. Unfortunately, they presented it in a couple of ways that kind of made it inaccessible to most people. One of them is that they sounded like they were talking to each other. They used lots of big words and didn't make it very easy to understand in plain English. And the other thing, they were all pretty much gloom and doom, isolationism, standing on the edges of cliffs and things like that. I mean, I get it. You can stand on the edge of a cliff or on the edge of a building. You can look down, and you can realize that if you want, you can jump. And at that point, you have total freedom. It's a great mind exercise, or physical exercise if you want to do it. But it doesn't really leave a heck of a lot else there. Well, it definitely gives you the feeling, yes, I have freedom over what I can do. It doesn't really move beyond that, so it sort of gives you that gloomy, doomy type of effect. Probably the only existentialist that really came up with something, or tried to come up with something beyond that, was Jean-Paul Sartre. And he kind of went the other way. He took the whole concept of freedom and stuff, and he ran with it in Paris. And he determined that he was free to do whatever he wanted, and both he and a lot of his followers then saw it as an excuse, an ability to sexual freedom and excess and all of that, and rejecting all of the norms of society. He got a little bit of flack for that, a fair amount of flack, and he ended up doing a presentation called Existentialism, or Is Existentialism a Humanism, which was then into a book, Existentialism is a Humanism, where he tried to make the argument of whatever you do as a person, even though you're free to do it, you do have impact on other people. His argument really didn't fly very well. He didn't develop it well enough. I think probably what I'm going to be doing in this series is to develop that a little bit more. Incidentally, it was probably Jean-Paul Sartre's ideas that probably had a lot to do with the hippie movement, also in the 60s and the 70s, where yes, we were all part of that. But anyhow, what I'm going to do is take the key pieces of the existential, because I grew up saying I was an existentialist throughout college and all of that. Take that and apply it. What I have done with my own life and what I'm recommending to a lot of others. You can apply it in a way that isn't a bunch of gloom and doom. It's very liberating and very, very exciting. More to come later.